Now, running security can be both very stressful and also at the same time a little boring. So some servers might not see any action at all, and you're just kind of sitting there hoping and cheering on your favorite racer.
I'm probably the best Star Citizen pilot
I just realised who these guys are. These are the Bill Gates of Star Citizen.
I'm out.
I'll be. And that's straight to menu, boys, because Ginger of Oz is GrieferNet, and we do not play with Griefers.
Hello, this is Roy from Roy's Guide, the show that always tries to defy expectations. Today we'll be talking about Bobshido, also known as the Way of the Bob. Bobs, as we've covered on this show, say a lot of wacky things like,
"Streamer bro, back off,"
or
I'm guaranteed gonna report you now.
But the true nature of any Bob is a self-entitlement of moral authority that manifests itself in Bob-like tantrums about the terms of service and how the world is not fair. This show often shows these incidents for what they are and aims to rectify these problems through education and understanding.
I pull out a ballista because there's some pirates in the area, right? And they lock down the area. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, I can't leave unless I do something, right? The camera ray is down. You know, it would be terrible if I pulled out a ballista and I started shooting at ships because the camera ray is down. I could just fucking start killing people if I wanted to with the ballista. So I go pull out a ballista, right? I figure I'll drive outside the armistice zone. I'll fire missiles at them. But they get me with disruptors, and then I roll back into the armistice zone, right? Oh no. Oh no, I'm inside of an armistice zone. Oh no, I'm outside the armistice zone. Oh no. Oh no, I'm inside the armistice zone. And I'm sitting there for a few minutes trying to figure out how the fuck do I turn my ballista back on? And I'm basically just talking to my chat for like the entire time for a few minutes. And apparently these gentlemen lost patience with the ability, not having the ability to destroy me, so they bump me outside the armistice zone with their ships and then blow me up. And I'm just like, you can't push people outside of an armistice zone to blow them up. That's against the terms of service.
Check fire.
Okay. I mean, do it. Do it, dumb fuckers. Kill me. I'm guaranteed gonna report you now. All right. That's a report to CIG. And so I reported them for it.
But like the game of Clue, who got reported? It might come as a surprise to know that the individuals involved at the time were all members of Mongrel Squad.
Why are these guys going after him? Have they declared war on him? Does Hobadiza know? Does Hobadiza understand the reason why? You know, what's the end state? What's the goal that these guys are trying to achieve here?
It's a video game. I shouldn't need to go into the weeds to explain how that works. In our last episode, we covered how streamer bros can get you banned for bounty hunting. This is not conducive to a healthy game environment. But that didn't stop some Bobs from losing the plot entirely. So today, we explore Bobshido.
What's the goal that these guys are trying to achieve here? Is it just like a harassment campaign until what? He gives up? Stops playing? Has a mental breakdown and offs himself? That's a possibility. You don't know people's mental state outside the game.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. How you manage to conflate bounty hunting with such a dark interpretation of events defies any logic or reason. Agent Letty is implying players need to weigh the emotional stakes of their actions, be it bounty hunting, doing piracy, or perhaps any PvP activity. That is ridiculous.
For those of you who suffer from mental illness, I hope you find a good bunch of serotonin reuptake inhibitors to balance you out. Good luck with that.
I am Agent Letty, the leader of Mongrel Squad, and when the 318 patch goes live, we are raising the red flag. What this means is no mercy and no quarter will be given to anyone we pirate. No exceptions.
You raised the red flag against everyone in the game, but did you pause to consider the emotional impact of your actions? After all,
you don't know people's mental state outside the game.
Stop! He's already dead.
But you don't know. Like, here's the problem is, and this is why, when I mobilized Mongrel Squad to go after the overlords, I set out very specific rules. And I put limitations in what we will and what we won't do.
What Letty's referring to is shattered delusions and the war against the overlords. In this video, Letty paints the picture that he had a code of morality in having rules for his war. Keep in mind, this is an internal blueprint for Mongrel Squad, and by no means would the overlords be privy to this information. But one of these rules that's important to know is this one.
We gained a lot of information there that was completely irrelevant to what we were doing. Personal information and things like that. We disregarded all of that. You know, like, some of the questions that I had to ask when we got some of this information was like, do we release this info?
If you had a rule against doxing, why were your members collecting personal information in the first place? Could it be that you wrote this rule after the fact to morally grandstand the idea of having clear guidelines, or was this all just a lie?
Like, you know what's funny? GrieferNet at least plays the part of like the classic villain. I don't know. They're pretty shitty, but they're pretty harmless shitty. You know what I mean?
I informed Mongrel Squad of the wars we are now in. My plan was simple: demoralize overlords to the point that they didn't want to be at war with us.
GrieferNet's plan was always simple. Make all Bobs look incompetent until morale improves. But unlike Mongrel Squad, who cling to their code of honor, we are the bad guys. So we hit the one thing Letty cares about the most, his inflated ego.
The problem with going to war with combat organizations is that in the current game environment, there's no tangible assets that we can seize or deny from them that would assist with achieving my goal. Instead, the focus had to be on denying them what they wanted, which is fights they can win.
This is pretty normal activity for many Star Citizen orgs, and one of the most common things they do is they create lists. If you're on a list, you can expect to be kicked from different orgs, have players run in fear of you, or be mercilessly hunted down if you're spotted in a server. Unfortunately for many of these Bob orgs, it just so happens to be very easy to manipulate people to be included in these lists.
I went ahead and passed their names on to my org. I'm one of the captains of Evil Org, so I can get them all put on a hit list if they're ever seen.
The other way that organizations fight these wars is they utilize spies.
I am Virgil of Shadow Moses.
I'm a member of Shadow Moses. I won't go down that easy.
I get into AV1 service, totally legit. True. Yo, speaking of, I need to find out if they deleted me off their friends list.
Like, I find sometimes the PvP community in Star Citizen would rather watch everybody leave the game and there only be like 10 people left, and as long as they get to be on top of that pile, like, they would rather have that, you know what I mean? Emo, thanks for the love, brother. Like, I honestly, I really believe that. I feel like most PvP crews would rather see the entire game die, but as long as they're in charge of the trash heap that's left, like, it's a mission accomplished for them. And I just don't understand that mentality. To say that they killed A1, is that the idea? It's like, am I worth that much? Like, am I worth that much? I just don't get it, man. Hey, how's it going? I'm probably the best Star Citizen pilot in the universe. Anyway, I want a pizza, and I want meat lovers.
Does any of this go too far? It's an interesting question, so I'm going to give you 3 seconds to pause the video and write down your answer in the comments. If your answer was yes,
you're a Bob.
It's okay to have an antagonistic relationship. You know, we want that in the world. We want all kinds of
hatred and love, and I love these guys because they helped me fight this other guy who
and
I
I
really hate.
hate these guys because
these guys killed me last month, and I need to do something against them. And we want that kind of interaction. We don't want a sterilized game that is like everyone is friendly and I can't interact with anyone. It's boring.
no matter how many times you died, no matter how many tears you've cried, it's still a video game. If you lose at a video game, are you going to cry? Piss your pants? Maybe? Or will you rally with your friends and fight back? I think many people in this community lose perspective and forget what this game is all about. It's about friendship, the triumphs, both good and bad. My point is, Bobshido is holding this community back because all it takes is one.
Streamer bro, back off!
I will report you.
I will report you.
All right. That's a report to CIG.
You couldn't help yourself. Instead of being humble and taking the L, we've come to learn that you've been reporting us. But as it turns out, your members have been doing this all along.
I know you are watching the stream. You are the worst human shit I have ever seen in this game. I'm not joking. You are the worst human shit. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, they can laugh, but anyway, you're the worst shit I've ever seen in this game. And I hope you jerk yourself off tonight and have some fun with that, because this is probably you never got sucked your dick anyway from nobody.
Oh my god!
Ban this guy. It's not a muffin. I don't know who that is. He never was here before. Ban him. Ban him from my stream.
He's a mongrel, bro.
It's not a muffin. It's Jet. Okay.
Yeah, it's Jet, bro. Chill.
No, we're not going to waste time here. Just go back to Hex. We are going to switch servers. If these guys come again for us, I'm going to report them to CIG.
That's a report to CIG.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna report it.
Going to report him to CIG himself.
I'm gonna go bait this guy so I can get a clip to report his ass.
Get some reports in for this guy, chat.
That's gonna be reported.
I'm gonna actually report him.
Bring their name up to SIG.
Yeah, I'm gonna report that.
If everybody in this channel reported, then it would be much better off.
I've turned them in, God, a good 30 or so times.
I'm gonna have to make a big ass report later. And if anything, Super, I'll send it to you and Punisher, and you guys can also report them too.
I'm going to report them to CIG.
I don't care how bad your day's been. I don't care if you have 2 hours to play each week. I'm gonna kill you because I want to. And I don't give a shit about your feelings. See, Bobs always think that there needs to be a reason to attack someone, and there doesn't. So if you fall in that category, then you're a Bob.
Thanks for watching Roy's Guide. We'll be back sometime in December for the highly anticipated Christmas special. This is Roy from Roy's Guide. Stay safe out there, and as always, stay cheesy.
This is the main reason why I'm so pissed off, because nobody wants to join my fleet so we can reinforce each other. But no, I'm always left with the leftovers instead for my organization. Okay, I'm sorry that I'm being rude to you, but I don't give a fuck what you say of your opinion, because I don't care about the money. I have all these fucking ships. I don't need this money anyways, so I don't fucking care. As long as we can actually be left alone and nice harvesting in peace. Get it? Okay. Sorry again.
I'm just trying to stop you from getting all worked up.
Yeah,
I mean,
but if we're gonna you do not know them. I know these people. They have a fucking army. We don't. We have no other choice here.
Most likely this group will be moaning, why did they do it? What purpose is it? It's like a CV. They don't have to have a reason to kill you. They just put it on they take a video of what they do, put it on the list, and when this game comes out, they go, yo, we're espionage professionals. We can infiltrate an organization in an event and fuck them up from inside. Here's our profile. Check out our CV. Look at our .com fucking EP, right? It's just part of the game. I don't understand why people don't get this.
Like, I've done targeted ops like this. I know what this looks like. I've hunted players before plenty of times without bounty markers. How dumb do you have to fucking be? You guys just fucking outed yourselves.
I am Virgil of Shadow Moses.
I'm a member of Shadow Moses. I won't go down that easy.
I'll admit, I think I took it the wrong way. I think they were playing as legit pirates. At least be brave enough to state my real name, you know? I mean, that's like ultimate snub, guys.